Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Details are now emerging that we are having another third force that is feeling like the presidency of William Samoei Ruto cannot sustain them come 2027. On the same note, this third force is feeling like they cannot be part of Rigathi Gachagua-Kalonzo Musyoka alliance. And so they're feeling like William Ruto's camp, they are dwelling more about tribal politics. The same to the politics of Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, I know some individuals are asking, hii third force ni gani? I want us to elaborate this third force, how even the young generation, they're feeling like they should have this third force. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like. Now, come 2027, we are going to have William Ruto defending his seat, possibly supported by Raila Amolo Odinga. Number two, we are likely to have a coalition in between Gachagua, Kalonzo, Matiang'i, akina Eugene Wamalwa na Natembea. But now again, we're having a coalition that consists of Maraga and Okia Mutata. Some section of Kenyans are feeling like it is Maraga and Omutata ambaye hawana uchafu yoyote. But when you look at other individuals, the second force, and that is Gachagua and Kalonzo, they are feeling like these are the same calibers of William Ruto and akina Raila Amolo Odinga. The question is, can Okia Mutata and David Maraga defeat William Ruto combined with the, of course, Gachagua Kalonzo camp? Because remember, the politics of the Republic of Kenya is about tyranny of numbers. How many do you have in your camp that is likely to enable you to have the presidency? When you look at William Ruto, of course, automatically, he is going to have a Rift Valley full force. Because mutu yenyu ni yenyu, hata kama ni mchafu kiasi gani, mutamsupport. Majority of them. But I'm not saying that all the people coming from Rift Valley, they are going to support who? William Ruto. That is an assurance that William Ruto is likely to have the majority votes. Number two, we are having the camp of Kalonzo, Gachagua, Matiang'i, and Natembea, where Kalonzo is controlling the politics of Ukambani, where he will be the presidential candidate. When you look at Gachagua, is trying to his best to control the politics of the Mount Kenya region. When you look at Matiang'i, he wants to control the politics of Kisii and Nyamira County. When you look at akina Eugene Natembea, they want to try to control the politics of Western. The question is, what about Maraga and Omutata, the third force? Okia Mutata and Maraga, they are having the so-called some Gen Zs who are feeling like their choice is to have Omutata or Maraga. But of course, we are being told they are going to unite themselves so as to bring another candidate, or a presidential candidate, to bring the presidential candidate that will defeat, of course, William Ruto and Kalonzo Musyoka team. But the question is, how is Maraga and Omutata going to have this tyranny of numbers? Because one, the politics of Kenya is very funny. Kenyans will feel like the Omutata and Maraga, they don't have numbers and they don't have narratives. And so it will force them to fall at the bucket of Kalonzo Musyoka, Gachagua. Note that Gachagua is going to be presidential candidate or the running mate. Kalonzo, the presidential candidate. Matiang'i, the running mate. That is the first ticket. The second ticket, William Samoei Ruto. The third ticket, we're going to have Maraga and Omtata. The question is, how possible is it to, of course, make Maraga and Omtata a third force? If they cannot control maybe Nairobi, they cannot control on Kenya, they cannot control the politics of Western, Nyanza, Coast, across the Republic of Kenya. Is there a possibility of them coming out to say that we are, of course, the option? And the option that we are offering is to ensure that, of course, we are going to make this team have the presidency. My worries are, number one, how they are going to convince the crowd, how they are a formidable team that is going to deliver Kenya from this kind of tribal politics that maybe William Ruto's camp can bring, and the, of course, Kalonzo Matiang'i team can bring on board. But all this sequence can likely become if they can really control of course, the crowd. And remember, the politics of the Republic of Kenya is how you will have that power to convince the voters. Can Maraga and Omtata have that convincing power? I have some question marks. Can William Ruto have narratives and punitive narratives that can convince Kenyans? Again, I can say yes. Can Kalonzo Matiang'i have the narratives to send William Ruto home? Take. So this third force that we are going to have, is it just to divide votes or to make Kenyans have a third option? Because I don't really understand how this is going to be formidable. For those who are feeling like William Ruto cannot win and Kalonzo can win, then it is Omtata and Maraga. How are they going to convince? If they are going to rely on the Gen Z, I can tell you that is a lie. Because to predict the Gen Z is likely not possible. They can come out in large numbers as we speak. Yes, they are going to come in large numbers, possibly. And if they are going to come in large numbers and they vote for Okia and Maraga, without even Maraga and Mutata having that convincing power to the elderly, the elderly and others, I can tell you it will be maybe Gen Z can make Omtata and Maraga president. Because when look at those Gen Zs who are having, we were told that the Gen Zs who are eligible to vote, they are 14 million. What if they will come out and vote even, leave alone, 8 million votes? Itakuwa ya kutosha. Hii ingine iongezwe kidogo. But the question is, how is it going to be possible? That is the question. Because if this is going to be possible, remember last week, we have the NIS report. How William Ruto is spying the Akina Kalonzo Gachagua team, where we're being told that Kalonzo is going to be the presidential candidate. Matiang'i is going to be the running mate. Gachagua is going to be prime minister. Martha Karua is going to be the speaker of the National Assembly. Sawa? Then Eugene Wamalwa is going to be the speaker of the Senate. Are you getting that? Then, who next? If Natembeya is not going to win the gubernatorial seat of Trans Nzoia, it is Natembeya who is going to be the CS of Interior. And we are having Justin Muturi as the Attorney General. You saw what leaked last week. Now, this time round, we are being told that we are having another force. And this force, of course, it is Maraga and Omtata. Apart from these three, others, hizo zingine zitakuwa punda. So we are just waiting how things are going to be. But I don't think if really the third force is likely to succeed. Let us speak the truth. This is the politics of Kenya. It is all about tribal politics. It is how you will control of course, the crowd. It is how you will manage to craft all your means to convince Kenyans. Because all those things we might say, we might lie to ourselves, but the reality is the Ruto team and the Kalonzo and Matiang'i and Gachagua, Akina Eugene team is likely to have a tight competition. I can tell you that for free. But it will add the opposition another mileage. If, of course, the Omtata and Maraga, they're going to accept and join the Akina Kalonzo and Matiang'i. What do you think, Kenyans? Perhaps that is my opinion. Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.